Now, I cannot wait for this one. It's Jose versus Pep as Spurs host Man City. And it's safe to say they've got some history from the days in both Manchester and Spain. Now, we put it to you guys, the Footy Accumulators followers, and 83% of you think that both teams are going to score. So now I put it to you.
Have they got it right yet any time when we've asked them? Sometimes.
Yeah. You're okay,
83% said what?
83% said that both teams are going to score Spurs, Man City.
Yeah, I can see that. Spurs won't stop Man City scoring.
Yeah.
So who scores?
Well, exactly, because there's no Harry Kane. So
who scores for Spurs then?
Son.
That's it, isn't it?
Yeah, that's pretty much. So basically, that's what you're saying.
I think their home form's been poor, Spurs. I don't know, there was some stats, I can't remember what one it was. We certainly looked at,
they've
certainly
conceded
at home.
Each of the last 5 games.
That's not good enough for Spurs, genuinely. When you've got the likes of Vertonghen and Alderweireld, etc., in your team, you're expecting to have a better record than that. I don't think it's been a brilliant start for Jose Mourinho at Spurs. I genuinely don't. I think people would have expected more.
Oh, they did.
Certainly defensively. In other words, soak up pressure, hit people on the break. I know Eriksen's gone now, so forget about him. So you're relying on Son to get the goals for the simple reason that Harry Kane's not there.
To be fair, though, Son scored 3 goals in his last 3 games against Man City. So.
Yeah, well, if he's going to score against anybody, it looks as though it's going to be Man City. And to be fair to Son, I mean, he's done absolutely nothing wrong whatsoever. It's just that carrying the can for a team as big as Spurs is difficult, generally difficult. And he would much prefer if Harry Kane was fit and he had a bit of help. But this will be a tough game for Spurs generally because I do not see Man City not scoring at the new stadium.
Well, Laporte's back as well.
Which is huge. Didn't play against Manchester United. We've actually spoken about Laporte a couple of times and he is as important to Manchester City as Aguero scoring goals and De Bruyne playing in the middle of the park. So that will be a big help for sure. But he'll obviously be trying to stop Spurs scoring.
The man as well, Kevin De Bruyne, 15 Premier League assists so far this season. Is he the best player in the league?
Ooh, he's sensational, isn't he?
Unbelievable.
All right, well, does he get in the United team? Yeah. Does he get in the Juventus team? Yes. Does he get in the Barcelona team? Probably. Does he get in the World 11? Probably. So
he is pretty much.
He's certainly one of the best players ever to play in the Premier League. Is he the best player right now? Put it this way, if Man City win a game, De Bruyne has been fabulous as usual. And that's just the way he normally plays. There's not many games De Bruyne plays and it's a 7 out of 10. He's normally, 8s and 9s, if not a 10 out of 10. And put it this way, he'd be in any team. If he's fit, he plays. It's as simple as that.
He certainly is. Well, Man City have scored 2 or more goals in 5 of their last 6 away games. So with that, 83% of you guys thinking both teams to score, certainly Man City, you can see why.
Yeah, there's no question. I'm okay with that. I'm quite happy having that. When we get to the bet, we've gone a little bit crazy because it's one of those games again, there's a few imponderables that could happen, the likelihood this will happen. I don't think City are rock solid at the back. That's been probably that little Achilles heel they've had this year. And it's probably the reason why they're not going to be, they're not challenging for the lead. Liverpool or whatever they are, 19 points clear or something now. So that's kind of done and dusted. So it's something that, that Pep Guardiola needs to address, and Laporte coming back will help.
It certainly will. Well, I like this bet. So give us your special, Al.
Right, okay. Well, it's a score first and win, which is, if you don't know, it's called a win cast. So we're going to go for, because of the brilliant stat about Son scoring 3 times in the last 3 games against Man City, we're going to go Son to score first and Manchester City to win.
I really like this.
Yeah, 20-1 from Bet365. It's a great bet. Should have it a couple of times, but I can't see Man City not scoring. Not winning.
Yeah.
I think they'll be too strong for Spurs, genuinely.
But you look at that stat about Son and you can understand why Son to score is in there.
I can also stand, 83%, I think you said the Footy Accumulators followers thought that both teams would score. I agree totally on that. But we're going to push the boat out here, and you like this one.
Yeah, I do.
So Son to score first. In other words, Spurs come out the traps, put Man City under a bit of pressure. Man City eventually get and win the game 20-1. Son to score first, City to win the game. Bet365 are giving us 20-1. I quite like that as well, I suppose. I'm only going to say that because you've picked it. I quite like it though.
I do like it. I'm a big fan. Thank you.
We don't do many win casts, but I think that one
is a big one.
It's
a big one. It could be a good one if it comes off. Thank you very much to the Footy Accumulators followers. We like getting your feedback. Feel free to share your bets with us in the comments below.